This is Vibe Science, a top 100 wellness podcast presented by the Radcast Network, breaking wellness barriers and making health truly personal. Here are your hosts, Ryan Alford and Chris Hansen.
Hello, and welcome to Vibe Science. Hey, we believe the high vibes, total wellness is all about mind, body, and soul. We talk a lot about the body today, even though I'm sure our guest would venture to say it's a lot about the mind as well. Hard to get down when you're talking with Jen Smiley. Hey, Jen, what's happening?
What's up, y'all? Hi, great to be here. Hopefully our conversation will help wake some people up and read the labels.
Yes, we hope so. How are you, Chris?
Doing great, man. I'm excited for this. Been following Jen for, probably like 6 months. So I'm glad we got you on, and I just think you're full of awesome information. So I'm pumped.
She's a busy mother of 2 boys, master food coach, and she's the founder of Wake Up and Read the Labels. So we're going to wake everybody up today, Jen. What started the passion around the label of reading?
Yeah, so I was a newlywed in my mid-20s, and I'm gaining weight. I'm going to the doctor, getting breathing tests done, getting prescribed to inhalers, having to take reflux medication. My husband's a long-distance runner. All of a sudden, he's taking reflux medication. We're looking at each other like, what the heck's going on here? Why are we in our mid-20s? Why are we sitting in hospital visits? Why are we getting prescriptions? And if you look around, this stuff's normalized. Like, everybody is of all ages in the waiting room, right? So he starts reading blogs and reading all these books about how to get better with time in his running. He's like, hey, can we start eating gluten-free, or can we try vegan? So we tried all these things, and we never really got to where we wanted to be, but we realized, like, wait, we're starting to feel a little different after we make a little bit of tweaks. Well, one day I'm walking home from a workout, and I'm the girl in the back of the class, red face, can't keep up, taking breaks, getting my inhaler, just like hanging on, dying the entire time, wondering, how can all these women, do this cardio? How can they do this? Why me? Why me? So I'm walking home from my workout, and I'm drinking Premier Protein shake. A lot of people drink the OWYN one as well, all these proteins. And so I look, and you read like 30 grams of protein, low sugar, gluten-free, got your vitamins and minerals. And then when you flip it over, and if any of you are drinking that, or you're drinking your Celsius, drinking your Monster, whatever you're drinking right now, read the label. You're going to be like, holy crap, what is in here? And so at that moment, y'all, I felt my heart sink. I felt the clouds. They were gray. They just came over. And I was like, wait a minute, what am I drinking? So you guys want to know what I did next?
Yes. You, Jen?
Okay.
I want to know.
I ran home. I opened my pantry, opened the refrigerator, start reading my salad dressings, my coffee creamers, my bread, my condiments, everything. And I'm like, what? There's calcium carbonate, and there's carrageenan, and there's all these weird ingredients I can't even recognize in here. So I went on a mission, a wake-up mission. I woke up every single morning, went to every grocery store, traveled regionally. I was not working at the time. And I was like, you know what? This week, I got to find a chip made with real ingredients. Next week, I got to find a protein. It took me about 6 years to figure all this stuff out. But once I had it figured out, inflammation went away. No more medications. We have energy. Our skin is changing. We're vibrant. We're healthy people. And then I started helping others around me.
The more people we have on, like, we try to make things complicated, and, but sometimes it's just like stopping and pausing, like you said, and doing something that's simple, but profound.
Oh, for sure. So a lot of people think, oh my gosh, I got to listen to a nutritionist or a dietitian. I'm here to let people know, like, hey, listen, I don't have any of those credentials. I am a mom. This is a simple thing that anyone grocery shopping can do. So I want to empower people, like, look, you can do this too. It does take a lot of time. And it does take, some education. But once you are aware of it, so hopefully this podcast episode, this conversation will help you become aware of it. And then you can start really dialing into, okay, what ingredients do I need to be looking for? Can I save time and just figure out the brands that have all these real ingredients?
Yeah. I love the headline on your website. If you don't recognize an ingredient, neither does your body.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, that's all you got to do. It's like, oh, Jen, how do I read the labels? You guys literally look at the label. And if there's an ingredient you don't want a plate of, like if you can't even pronounce it, if you can't recognize it, it's going to go in your body and your body's going to be like, wait, what do I do with this? And the only thing it can do is bloat or give you a headache.
You know, and it's so funny. I really related when you were like talking about like the nutrition, the healthy protein drink. Because we do, like, I'm a marketer by trade. You know, I think about, we put the ingredient, okay, 100 grams of protein, no sugar, like you get billboarded these things. And so we're getting told we need more protein in our diet. We need less sugar. So we're like, we check those boxes and we buy something, but then it comes out, we might be putting more bad in than the good that we were trying to replace, right?
Oh, for sure. Every product you see on the shelf, 98% of it, so the front and the sides and most of the back, 98% is their billboard. They're trying to convince you why this product's healthy. And if you think about it, all of these products tell you what's not in it. So right now it'll say no high fructose corn syrup because America consumers have won the war over high fructose corn syrup. We're like, hey, food companies, we know high fructose corn syrup is actually really bad for you. So now when you read a label on the outside, you're like, oh, this cereal doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. It must be healthy. And then you'll see things, you know, there's cereals out there, there's packages that says may help lower cholesterol or can help with, can help your blood pressure, right? American Heart Association. Do you guys ever think, why the heck is a peach or an avocado or a banana or an olive oil? Why doesn't that stuff have those stickers that say may help lower your cholesterol? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. This has that Chiquita on it. Chiquita banana, or whatever it is. It's the brand name. You know, you got to market the brand, differentiate that fruit. They're all, those are commodities, you know, there's no brand separation. That's why. But talking with Jen Smiley, wake up and read the labels, people. Jen, well, let's debunk some myths. Tell us some things that, you know, people assume. We've talked about some things that, you know, that they assume are probably clean in some way, shape, or form, but probably aren't. What are some of the most missed things that you sort of delve into?
Okay, let's talk about oats because it's the new hot thing. There's oat milk, there's oat cheese, there's oat yogurt, there's oats. Every granola bar has oats. All your protein bars have oats. And it's like, okay, what's up with oats? Well, I'm here to let you know that oats are super cheap. So these manufacturers are using this cheap thing and they're selling it for a lot of money. And so they're laughing at you like, haha, we're making a lot of profit here, okay? Second of all, oats are sprayed with glyphosate. If you're not getting organic, it's sprayed with glyphosate. What's wrong with that? That is a weed killer. It is everywhere. It's messing up your microbiomes in your gut, okay? And that's why people are sensitive to foods. When we were younger, there wasn't like, oh, no nuts and no seeds and no gluten and no soy. Like there's so many allergies now, and it's because we're literally wrecking our guts. This weed killer is also on your parks, in your playgrounds, on your kids' baseball fields. They're getting exposed to it in their skin as well. In America, our food is toxic. It is because of the glyphosate, the Roundup, the pesticides. So that's in your oats, number one. Number two, what's wrong with oats? It's like eating a bowl of ice cream, you guys. It's high glycemic. So when you eat oats, it spikes your blood sugar so high that what has to happen? It's got to come down, right? And as high it goes up, that's how far it's going to crash. Do you know what happens when your blood sugar crashes, you guys? It makes you tired and it makes you hungry. Your body's like, oh my gosh, I need more food to get that blood sugar back up. The last thing is that oats contain something called phytic acid. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient. It literally sucks the minerals out of you. So oats are making you hungry, they're making you tired, and they're making you sick.
Eesh. There goes the air out of the balloon of my oatmeal in the morning.
Well, let's talk about
that's about a clean alternative. What's the clean alternative?
Yeah. Let's provide a solution to all my friends at Trader Joe's that think oat milk is
oh gosh,
the pinnacle of health.
Oh, and then we didn't even get into like, okay, you're rarely gonna find oat milk with oats and water, and if you do, like, good. Now you need to find organic oats and water. Still has that phytic acid, but the oat milk or the oats, they have those milks, they have seed oils, which we can get into next. They have emulsifiers that give it that mouth and taste feel, that keep the oats and the water combined and not allow it to separate naturally. But you guys, here at Wake Up and Read the Labels, we provide you with clean swaps. So you don't actually have to eliminate any of your food categories. A lot of people restrict themselves when they're trying to get healthy or go on a diet. And I kind of like open up the avenue of, no, you can eat ice cream. You can drink milk. You can have cookies, right? You can eat tacos and quesadillas. So a good swap for a dairy-free creamer. And I say good dairy-free because you never know how good you feel without dairy until you've completely eliminated it. And you are what your cow eats. Let that sit with you. But there's macadamia nut milk. It's really great. There's also almond milk. There's a brand called Three Trees. There's a brand called Mulk. There's a really great creamer company out there called Live Vessel, and they're using all organic ingredients sweetened with just maple syrup, using real vanilla bean. Like, we're talking about ingredients that taste so much better, and they're so much better for your body. So almond milk, coconut milk, macadamia nut milk, there's hemp milk, there's pistachio milk, there's cashew milk. I mean, you can take all kind of nuts and make milk out of them.
I heard a guy tell a joke once. He was joking about, milking oats. Anyway, I was like, I don't know. I've never thought the same about oat milk since.
It's like, how do you take all this and make milk?
Yeah, exactly.
All you do is blend it.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what else you can do that is so much cheaper and so much just more sustainable is you can take a nut butter. So you can go buy your almond butter and you take a tablespoon of that and put it in some water in a high-speed blender, and boom, you got almond milk.
Hey, there you go.
And then if you want to add some cinnamon or some vanilla, whatever you want in there, you make it your own.
I love it. Talk about protein then. So, okay, we need more protein. Chris and I both pump iron, trying to stay in shape. We got to have a gram of protein per pound of body weight. That means I got to have a shit ton. So, all right. So what we got to do?
Hey. Okay, protein's great, right? Everybody needs protein. And building muscle is great, but a lot of people out there are building muscle, but also you're building inflammation. So if you're tired, if you feel a little bit bloated, you have GI symptoms, your skin is breaking out, you have headaches, something like that, odds are you're also inflamed. A lot of people are doing whey protein. What's wrong with whey protein? Well, it's made up of a protein called A1, and that's a lot harder to digest. Now, for most Americans, we're all somewhat bloated. And when you're bloated, your intestines, all of our intestines have holes in them. And these holes are supposed to be small to pull out nutrients from your food, and the rest is waste. The issue with a bloated gut is these holes get bigger and they allow toxins, the bad stuff in all the food, to seep through. That's what's messing up your hormones, and that's what's promoting your inflammation. So when you eat whey, what's going on to a bloated gut? It's making those holes bigger. So it's actually making you more bloated. What is the thing, the protein that helps rebuild and tighten things up? Do you guys know? Question of the day, Ryan and Chris.
Collagen.
Yeah, hey. There you go.
Boom.
By the way, everyone, we did not talk about that.
We did not.
In the beginning. I'm actually shocked you guys said that. So my favorite protein brand is called Paleo Valley, and there's one ingredient. I want you to go read your ingredients of your protein when you get home. It's probably 1 million with artificial sweeteners that have been shown to increase cancer or promote inflammation. This one, Paleo Valley, it has bone broth protein collagen. And so if you're bloated, that collagen is going to help make those holes smaller. And that is what, when you wake up, you look down and go, oh my gosh, my belly's flatter. Oh my gosh, my pants are a little looser. Oh my gosh, I feel a little more energized. Build it up with collagen. Write that down.
Yes. So collagen protein better.
Yeah.
All right. Damn it.
I'm going to have to order that. I take whey protein every night, and I probably am bloated.
Yeah.
So
I just don't know life unbloated.
Oh, you're going to feel like a new man, Chris. You're going to be running from Miami to South Carolina in no time.
I know. He's already single and fancy free down there in Miami. And with that gut sucked in, those six packs showing.
Yeah, make sure when you get less bloated, just wear a shirt that says, wake up and read the labels.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
They save me from the bloat.
Yeah. What's another one of those, okay, we're being taught that it's good, but it's not so good.
Yeah, so we did protein.
We did
Here's
oats.
another one. Okay.
Oh, coffee.
Oats. We can do coffee, but first let's do oils because it's going to help people read labels.
Yes.
A lot of people. So oil is in everything, you guys. Okay. And I could segue this conversation for like 90 minutes. So tell me when to stop.
Keep going.
Okay. So
Lube it up, baby.
A lot of people will say, Jen, what should I do when I go to the grocery? Or what is the first thing I should get rid of? And I like to say, get rid of canola oil, vegetable oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil. Those are your kind of top ones, okay? Because they're in everything, even Skinny Pop. It has like 3 ingredients. It's popcorn, it's sunflower oil, and it's salt. What I mean by that is when you see that oil on your label, just assume it's not good for you. It is inflammatory. And the issue with these oils is that, so you'll go out to eat, right? And I ask them like, hey, what kind of oils do you guys use? You have to be very friendly before, tell them you like their hair, pay them all kinds of compliments first. Like, wow, you're just doing a really great job. Are you ready to take our order? And then I kind of dive into what's really behind those closed doors back there in that box of that kitchen. And so they'll say, oh, we have a vegan oil or we're all vegetarian oil. It's like, okay, well, what is it really? And it's grapes, it's those oils. And the issue is that in order to extract oil from the soybean plant or the cottonseed plant or the canola plant, they have to use these awful chemicals. Some of them are petrochemicals. So we're talking petroleum. Also, they have to use high heat to extract it. And when you use the high heat on these plants, what happens is it raises the omega-6s in them and it lowers the omega-3s. Omega-3s is what you want. That is anti-inflammatory. That is the Mediterranean diet. That's why the blue zones over there exist, because they're eating so much omega-3s. America has it all out of whack and we're eating too many omega-6s. So your dairy-free cappuccino you're getting from Starbucks, all your proteins, they have those nasty oils in them. We're getting these oils in like places you don't even think you're getting oils. If you go out to eat and you get a salad or you get grilled protein with a vegetable, you guys, it's being cooked in these oils, and that's why your weight is not coming down. That's why your labs are not looking good. That's why your pants are tight and you're freaking tired all day. It's the oils. So what oils do you want?
Yes.
Okay.
What oils can we eat?
So you obviously extra virgin olive oil. Finding it in a dark bottle, single sourced, is going to have higher omega-3s, higher polyphenols. That's the antioxidants. Storing it away from your stove so you don't want light or heat to touch it. You also want to do coconut oil is really good. There's also MCT oil. There is avocado oil for high heat cooking or salad dressings that works well in. There's also walnut oil. So imagine making brownies and your package calls for oil. Use some walnut oil and add some walnuts in there. That's really good.
What's up, guys? Ryan and Chris here. I want to talk to you about Apollo, our official partnership with the wearable. And look, we talk about it all the time. The research is out, guys. There's no hiding. Sleep is one of the most important things to your overall health and wellness. And that's why we love what we're seeing from Apollo. I'm using it. Chris has been an advocate for over 3 years. Talk about it, Chris. I know it's been helping with your sleep.
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked. The Apollo wearable device, I've been using this for 3 years. Anyone that knows me knows it's on my ankle or wrist all the time, including in my bed, which may seem a little odd that I sleep with this, but they've got all these different modes. Sleep mode kind of eases your body, eases your mind in that relaxed state. It helps you kind of calm that nervous system where you're hacking your brain in a way. But I'll tell you what, you can even set it on a schedule where it'll ease you into sleep. Then you can set it 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It'll gently wake you up. All of a sudden it's vibrating faster. It's pulsing faster. It's sending this frequency through your body, alerting your nervous system, time to wake up. So tons of uses. You can set it where it's easy to work for you. Set your schedule through the day, energy, social, sleep, calm, meditate, anything you want. There's a different mode for.
Look, ApolloNeuro.com, 15% off. Use Vibe Science, VIBE Science. This is a great deal with a great partner that's leading innovations. You won't believe the data. You won't believe the results, just like Chris. We'll see you soon. Where do we find these oils? Like olive oil.
Literally.
Buy them. Because I've never seen walnut oil in the store.
Because you know why? There's literally like 2 walnut oils amongst 100 canola oils is the issue. So this is for everything. I tell people like these big brands that I also tell people if America is doing it and it's mainstream, it's not good for you. Because why? America is sick. We're overweight. Our food is toxic. And so all the drinks people are bringing on their boats, their weekend, their parties, like it's just made with such awful ingredients. So if you're looking at the oils, right, you're going to see so many canola oils, so many vegetable oils, and it's gonna be like $2. And then you have to actually look out of eye shot. So you have to look at the top or you need to look at the bottom. And that's everywhere. And the higher quality, more cleaner brands are gonna be out of that kind of eye shot, not on the end cap either.
Look top and bottom. Yes.
There you go.
Because all the shelf space that's bought by the big brands is at eye level or the end caps.
For sure.
Yes. Talking with Jen Smiley. Wake up and read the labels, people. So, all right. What other ingredients do we need to avoid? Maybe not even like, okay, we're talking about what protein's good, what oils are good, but maybe like an ingredient that we might miss. You know, first we start reading the label, but there's so many of these names like carcinogen 3. Like I know to avoid that, but like
well, that's good. You got that. Okay. What about silicon dioxide? Let's talk spices.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all say do
No.
you make silicon dioxide on the reg? What's going on?
No, it just doesn't sound good.
No, I think I've seen it in like some stuff recently. Some of the spices I use.
Yes, you are. So silicon dioxide is an anti-caking agent. So you know when you have your spice and it all sits perfect and you just pour it over and it all comes out, it's like silk coming out, right?
Yeah, we don't like that clumpy stuff.
Oh, exactly. Except if you take spices and you put them together and they're exposed to a little humidity and they sit on the shelf, maybe they're only used once a week or once every other week, like naturally the food is going to react naturally. And so it's going to clump together. So is it really that hard to like give it a little shake or take your knife and put it in there and kind of break it up? I mean, that's hilarious.
Not if I knew it was that bad for me. I didn't know I was killing myself with it.
You're killing yourself.
Yes.
Killing you softly.
Just gotta shake it up.
So silicon dioxide, you don't like a spice should be a spice, right? It should be rosemary. It should be real salt. It should be dill weed, things like that. It should not have silicon dioxide. If you see silicon dioxide, like that's got to go. You gotta swap that out. Yes. Another weird ingredient is mono and diglycerides. You've seen this, right?
Yes, I've seen those. It's
probably in your protein.
Yeah,
It's an emulsifier. Studies out there show that mono and diglycerides have been associated with heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and obesity. And so I tell people all the time, there is information out there that'll persuade you that this stuff is safe and it's good. And then there's information and studies that show you like, hey, no, there's risk associated with these things, right? So I say it's gray. It's a gray area. So just avoid things in the gray area, like be on the safe side. And then really, America has complicated their food, complicated everything. And so why not just use common sense for once? Like keep it simple. Should you be eating mono and diglycerides? Like who wants a plate of that for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, not me. Not me. Chris, are you more aware of these ingredients than I am? Like, have you heard of all these? Yeah,
definitely.
He's like,
he's more on the know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely, because like you said, it's so simple. It seems crazy to think, why weren't we just eating whole foods to begin with? Like like I'm one of those people now when I'm in the grocery store, I just see like corporate poison everywhere.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, there's like 10 companies that control all of the food companies. So you think, whether you're eating this bread or that bread, doesn't matter. It's coming from the same people with the same intentions.
Right.
And it just goes to show you that like how blinded we've had blinders on us, and this whole nutrition facts system of, oh, stay in your calories and your carbs and your sodium and you'll be okay. And it's like, no, that's actually screwed us up. That got us to where we are now. And how many more diets do they need to come out with? Like, it's just got to go back and identify the problem and just keep it simple. That's it. If you keep
It's
it
subtracting more than adding. Yeah.
Yes.
And I guess it's never been more true, like they say at the grocery store, stay on the outside perimeter, right?
I mean, that's everybody knows that's the healthy thing, right? The fruit, the vegetables, the meat, and seafood. Like if we ate that, we would be good. But the issue is America loves pizza. America loves tacos. America loves ice cream and cookies. And so that's where I come in to help you guys keep eating those things.
Ryan is America then, because I like all those things.
You are America,
I am
bro.
America.
But even to your point, like when I'm in the gym, they sell all these, protein cinnamon buns and it's all processed. It's not like it's fresh made, like I have fresh made protein bars with like eggs, whey protein, which obviously whey protein's a problem now.
See,
I need to
screwed.
reevaluate that. But even in the gym where I'm watching every trainer in the gym on their break eat like, they're drinking what's the Premier Protein or Slim Fast or whatever.
The muscle milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Milk.
I think
It's
I
like
had
milk
that.
is
I had
milk
that for
does not give you
breakfast.
muscles. Oh.
And I used to drink all of those. And now there's one local company. It's all fresh made, like hemp protein, cacao.
Oh,
natural.
so great. Functional. This is functional things. Functional
Right. But
protein.
even my trainer, I'm like, you know how many artificial flavorings are in that little like protein Pop-Tart you're eating? Like you should know better. And that's where I'm seeing like, even in the fitness community or wellness community, like some of these fitness guys I follow, their protein brands. I'm like, dude, you have artificial flavoring.
Yeah, but they don't even know. They're not reading it. It's not their fault either. I tell people like, this is not your fault. Okay.
I'm convinced, like you said, it's like something the brain one day just clicks. Like your experience, we were just like,
you see it. Yes.
Yeah.
No, they have protein now. It's like, you go down the protein aisle, it's like French toast protein
Yes.
and marshmallow protein. It's like, hello, you guys, they're selling you this because you're addicted to sweet food. And like, this is normal in America. Like this can't be.
Jen,
It's like everyone that grew up on Lucky Charms, now they're just marketing as
same.
protein flavored like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
so let's do this. And maybe, we haven't gotten to every possible thing. It's more sort of the overarching, read the labels and just know what you're putting in your body and research them.
Yeah.
But if you're listening and you're like me, I know that I could clean up a lot of things. So, but I'm a kind of a moderation guy, everything in moderation, including moderation, and trying to get it. Give us a scale here of, okay, if you do nothing from this episode, but get rid of this and that, because it's all like all the things you've said are probably bad. You just clean up all of it. But some things are probably like more compoundingly bad. Like we got the sort of bad, really bad, and the holy shit, get it out of your diet bad. Where would you prioritize people, to absolute get rid of X?
I mean, the oils help you eliminate all your things, but you're not going to find oil as the number one ingredient. Generally, it's number two. So the number one ingredient that I would get rid of, because it's in everything, is gluten. So white flour and wheat flour. The issue with it, the reason you can go to Europe and eat croissants and eat pasta and feel really good is because they still make it like we did centuries ago. Here in America, it's all capitalism. And so these companies are taking this flour and they're bleaching it. They're removing all the fiber, all the minerals, and they are processing it and packaging it in like 1 hour. Whereas in Europe, what they're doing is they actually let it sit and they put, a yeast on it that lets it rise for a few days. That makes it really easy to digest. We're also spraying that scary Roundup poison ingredient, glyphosate, on our white and wheat flour. And it's super high glycemic. So it's only making you have more cravings and making you more tired. So number one ingredient is gluten, white flour, or wheat flour, whether it's your pasta, whether it's your granola bars, whether it is your bread.
Chocolate chip cookies. That's out.
Oh, yeah. Cookies.
Damn it.
We can have cookies. Look at Simple Mills. Look at Belly Brand. They're the best. It's made with cassava flour or almond flour. Those have more fiber. Those keep your blood sugar a little more stable.
All right. So we're getting rid of gluten and the flours first. If that's priority 1. Priority 2, oils.
I'm going to go, again, oils is good, but if you want another big category, it's going to help clean up your inflammation quick, it's dairy.
Dairy.
So I breastfed my children, and not sure if your wife did that or not, but they make these little strips. So when you go out, for a glass of wine and you test your breast milk with this little strip, it shows you if you have alcohol present. Now, why is that important here? Because what mama drinks comes out in mama's milk, right? So what the cow is eating is coming out in the milk you're drinking. It's coming out in the cheese you're consuming, the yogurt you're consuming, also the beef at your grocery store. OMG, we need another podcast episode about that. But they're eating a lot of the GMO crops. They're even eating a lot of trash. They're eating things, wheat, soy, they're eating corn, all of which promote inflammation. So when you go to your grocery, for example, a clean yogurt brand is Kalina, Coco June, Coconut Cult, Harmless Harvest, Forager Unsweetened. Like, they're out there, but you're probably going, wait, what are those brands? I've never seen them before, right? What have you seen? You've seen the Dannon Light and Fit. You've seen all those big brands out there.
Yoplait.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a great podcast episode, and it's about a guy that worked there. And he basically talked about how they would just try to put things on these products. Like, let's put a mermaid, let's put this. So kids would want to gravitate towards it. And let's put these ingredients in it so that, it'll taste better and people eat more and then you sell more units. It's like, no. And then there was another one where this guy went and he walked around to different yogurt places in America that were manufacturing. He's like, I don't understand how you guys can put on there billions of probiotics when they pasteurize it and they actually kill all the probiotics. So your yogurt doesn't really even have any living probiotics in it. But apparently they can do it because they once started with billions of living probiotics. So finding these higher quality foods have good functionality in their ingredients. They have real living probiotics.
See, folks, this is so complex. This is why you got to go to Jen Smiley's website, jensmiley.com, and sign up for one of her programs so you can get these grocery lists and all this stuff. Isn't that right, Jen?
Yeah, so I tell people go to freemorningguy.com to discover 3 common foods killing your energy and ruining your day. You can also follow me on social media at Wake Up and Read the Labels.
Tell me, Jen, as we finish up here, we've talked about everything people need to cut out, and you've touched on the inflammation and stuff like that. But let's paint the rosy picture of what happens when people take this advice. What's the positive side? What do they get rid of? We go from this state to what state of kind of wellness?
Yeah, so you go from brain fog and mostly confusion of, hey, I'm eating healthy, but nothing's changing in my mood or in my body. And so that stuff kind of, that does a quick 180. When you wake up in the morning, however you feel, that's how good or bad the food worked for you that you consumed yesterday. So if you wake up tired, you wake up bloated, that is indication. That's your body screaming, hey, this food's not working for me. You should be waking up feeling freaking fired up. You should be feeling not bloated, and you should be feeling not starving or fatigued. And that means the food's working for you. So I've seen people with autoimmune put their symptoms in remission. nutrition. I've had my own father diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he ate this way for 3 months while waiting for his robotic surgery. And every 2 weeks, he got his PSA numbers at the labs. And the number was shrinking every 2 weeks. So that's another thing. I've seen people lose anywhere from 5 pounds to 100 pounds. I've seen psoriasis go away, no more injections, no more gels. I've seen Hashimoto's nodules go away, thyroid shrink, people get off of depression medication. I've also seen a lady who used to read people and see the future, and she claimed she ate this way and she saw more clearly. I'm like, what?
Hey, we'll stop short of making the claim of read the future if you read this way. If you eat this way, but I'm all for marketing, but I might leave that one out. But yes,
with Jen's free nutrition guide, you too may be able to see the future.
Yes, I love it, Jen. I know you mentioned it briefly there a second ago, but talk to us about how you help people, how they can get involved in your community, et cetera.
Yeah. So I love to just educate people, give a lot of information away. So following me on social media at Wake Up and Read the Labels will get you started. Also, if you go to freemorningguy.com, that's going to give you a clean protein, a clean milk, and a clean bread. It'll also put you on my newsletter list. And so in our newsletter, we give away clean recipes of things you're commonly making. We show you how to make that cleaner. Also, we educate you on an ingredient every week and then give you a swap. So it's like, hey, if you're drinking this oat milk, drink this instead. If you're eating this protein, eat this instead. And so otherwise, just reach out to me on a DM and I will be able to help you with some products we got. We got swap sheets. We've got courses. We got all the things, y'all. Okay, the best place for people to start here is to go to allcleanswaps.com. You're going to see all 2,500 swaps. It's going to save you so much time reading the labels and figuring out how do I find this stuff near me? Go to allcleanswaps.com and use the code VIBESCIENCE for 20% off.
I love it. And this is what we're trying to do. Hey, knowledge is power. And Jen's bringing a lot of knowledge on how to read the labels and how to get healthy by just making simple changes. And that's what I love. Chris, any final thoughts today, my friend?
Like Jen said, go follow her Instagram. Use these social media platforms to educate yourself. And I feel like Jen, you're one of those people. It's like you pop up. I learn something every time you do a post. So just people get positive, get your data coming in more positive. Follow people like Jen. Wake up and read the labels.
Thank you. Y'all are great. I appreciate it.
Hey guys, you know where to find us, vibescience.media. You'll find the full links to all the content from today, the highlight clips, and again, links to all of Jen's information so you can get involved in her community and learn from everything that she shared. We appreciate her. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time on Vibe Science.
The content discussed on this show is provided for reference and educational purposes. The content is not an attempt to practice medicine or provide specific medical advice. Always consult your personal physician for medical advice and proper diagnosis.
Thanks for listening. This is Vibe Science. To learn more or watch full episodes, visit vibesciencepodcast.com. Here's to discovering your highest vibe